lost something that was very close to me. And I left with one parent. So every day I can think about the person that killed my dad or whoever caused my dad's death. Whatever put the events into motion that led to it. That has affected me my entire life. You just did the same thing when you slit that man's throat. He could have had a kid that would have grown up just like me, wondering why. So, next time you decide to do something like that, put some thought into it. Make sure you're willing to take the consequences, to shoulder the burden of knowing that you could have caused an orphan, you could have caused a widow, and shoulder the burden that you know that one day they might come back to haunt you.
I understand.
And I just want to say, Iris is looking at you. It's almost like she's got bags under her eyes. She's got a very hollow look. She's looking at you, and she just says that and goes back
Iris,
and lays back down.
what's going on?
What's up, Crimson? I didn't see you return. What's up?
Oh,
Not
I was
much.
gonna ask Crimson something before we
Okay.
went back. Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
So what did you actually want from me right now? What do you want?
Well, I'd like my teammate back. And then at that point, I would just walk back to the room.
Okay.
That's lame. Sorry.
So, guys, I understand that some terrible things had happened that we need to sort out. I mean, the good that came from it will not justify the bad that came out of it. With that said, I mean, I think that we need to reevaluate this and grow from it. And Onyx, I think that we need to talk to Professor Osmond tomorrow about this.
If you say so.
And that you guys go make your way to your beds, go sleep. And that's where we're ending the session for this week.
Crimson probably wouldn't sleep that night. He'd be up all night thinking.
Panzer wouldn't be going back.
Well, despite the technical difficulties and timing mistakes on my part, this has been a wonderful session again.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we
Okay.
definitely need. I think you need to look at the ads and
Real quick.
them up a little bit.
I just wanted to say that to anybody that wanted to notice, Onyx fell asleep pretty quickly.
Okay.
Iris actually did fall asleep pretty quickly as well, despite saying that. So
yeah, Crimson just didn't go to sleep at all. He will not sleep until after he's spoken to Osmond.
week 1, hey, we're all together. Hey, week 2, we killed someone and
We hate each other.
there's drama.
I don't think that anyone is Iris specifically pissed off at like Crimson,
No.
Panzer, or anything like that.
Iris just looks. It's hard to describe what Iris is feeling. It's almost like she's giving off an air like she knows. She knows what happens when that event happens to you, or maybe something more. I guess I don't really know yet.
Yeah, I hear you.
She just looks very hollow when she said that.
And so is Panzer specifically pissed off at members other than the team?
Mm-hmm.
And
Panzer's really pissed off.
Meanwhile, in Shamrock's bed,
I mean, he gave her some soup. So, someone came in and took care of her.
Wait, Samrock's a
Sham-
chick now?
no,
I don't know.
Shamrock's a
We
dude.
have never confirmed it.
Shamrock's. I'm pretty sure we confirmed it was a dude.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
So,
no. The his gender.
Us
The
think
gender
it's a
is
guy.
fluid.
Ah,
I think that's what Digi said.
Okay, so someone went in to take care of Shamrock.
the green one.
The gender is green.
Yes.
The gender is Blizzard.
That's a gender motive I can get behind.
So I want to kind of get a feel for what Panzer's currently at right now, because I missed like the whole argument. I came in like at the tail end of it.
Oh,
Sort of interrupted
to
it.
give you a notion, Panzer ran in to see what the fuck was going on with Onyx, tried to knock out a guy, slipped in all the blood,
Yeah.
and got hit pretty hard with a sword, and was like, okay, I'm out of here now. Blinked out of there, climbed back over the wall and ran off. And as Crimson tried to give a morale boosting speech and getting everyone to rally together, all she basically said was that she expected no less violence from humans, and then she threw her headset on the floor and made her way back.
Well, the time he spent making that thing too.
Yeah. What the heck, man? Not gonna make another one. Let's see if you come back.
Yeah. That's if she comes back. Yeah, she's not happy.
Mhm.
This is a really interesting position in the current team dynamics, because partially I like it because I had to leave to eat, so Iris doesn't have a direct stake in this right now. But yet, because of her backstory and because of like how her personality is, she does have a stake in it.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Like, I guess the best way I can describe it's like a triangle, right? Like you guys all have like your own points and your own ideas, and she's just sort of
Triangle
floating in the
points.
middle area somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, Panzer's what she basically tried to express to the Crimson, and bear in mind it's one and the one is I'm kind of tight here. It is more so the fact that like the lack of definitive proof as to exactly what was going on is why she's also pretty miffed about the fact they went in there and did any kind of violence at all. Like, if they'd found out, like, if they had hard, concrete evidence that they'd done something wrong, then she'd be fine with it. And fair enough, getting the evidence afterwards isn't so bad, but she would have rather have got that info before anybody even gets hurt. Really.
I just don't see how she's ignoring the fact that they witnessed an extortion ring.
Well, they witnessed what they thought to be an extortion ring. There wasn't.
I think
there's just
Panzer.
no evidence.
I think Panzer's whole thing was like the exchange, while kind of fishy, and we all thought it was fishy, and it turned out to be in fact fishy.
Yeah,
it was
based
sort of
on-
like it could have been interpreted as being like a landlord or something that was really aggressive because she was a faunus. It could have been interpreted in many different ways. And Panzer doesn't seem, from what I know of Panzer so far,
Don't
Panzer
know
is
if
not the type.
landlords have protection money lists though.
Panzer basically is the kind that is the type of person to not do anything until she knows for a fact.
Till it's concrete.
Yeah.
She is
cross
a
the
strategist or a
T's and-
tactician.
She's a cross the
basically.
T's and dot the I's kind of person.
Mhm.
And that the thing for her is literally if you'd found the ledger first, she might have at least then joined in with, like, I mean, if this is hypothetically speaking, if we'd gone in through the back and got the ledger first and then somebody died, she wouldn't quite be so pissed about it.
Panzer doesn't like
But
unknowns,
things went
as
south.
far as I tell.
Pardon, sorry?
As far as Iris can tell, Panzer just doesn't like unknowns.
Yeah, she'd rather know exactly her motivation for why she's doing something than to go off on a whim and make an assumption.
Mhm.
And that's why
So-
that's why until finding the ledger, she would have assumed there's a chance that this whole thing might
Yeah.
have just been nothing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crimson, very much, while he's shown the ability to sort of take it slow and whatnot, he still seems to be the type to jump in feet first. Onyx is the hardest one to get a feel for, in my opinion. I feel like he's the type to just sort of go with the flow almost, but he also, like, yeah, I really can't give a concrete thing.
Yeah, he's not one that you would be able to get a concrete thing on, but yeah, he's sort of a go with the flow kind of guy.
Yeah. So I think that
Well,
partially caused.
I disagree with it in the sense of how much he took the initiative in that situation.
Well,
But
I was about to say, I think part of it because he's going with the flow. Crimson's the leader, so generally speaking, when someone goes with the flow, they tend to follow somebody, right?
yeah,
And
But
Crimson, being the leader of the team and the most outspoken one, definitely could have that influence.
yeah,
I don't really know how much I agree with going with the flow, fitting with somebody whose first reaction to a guard is to kill them instead of trying to subdue them. Like that might be how he does things, but the team didn't, as far as I'm aware, didn't express such a violent intention. So like,
mm,
I
yeah.
don't really
No,
agree with saying.
Going
No,
into-
it's not go with the flow, but I mean, it's not like he's got one set way that he'll do it. It sort of depends on the situation.
Didn't he say that's just how he does things? So
Yeah, he said that was how he did things in the past, referring to the killing.
right.
Oh, in the chat it said secrets revealed. Was that like one of our
That
secrets, or
that
Oh no, Crimson told Onyx his biggest secret, like his
really?
devastating secret. Yes.
oh, he
So
did.
do I get to
I,
hear that? Or
I wasn't paying enough attention to that then. But what
Wow.
I was kind of paying attention to other things that were going on around me at the moment, so I
But
didn't have all of
Onyx
my
have
attention.
paid
On.
attention.
Yeah.
I've nearly given away my first secret, but
Yeah,
I don't think it's enough yet.
The
I mean,
Iris,
I'm
the
pretty sure that I've got a feel for
What-
why Panther is the way that she is.
Mm.
So,
what Onyx told Iris very closely runs up against his devastating secret.
I mean,
What's your
Crimson
assumption?
basically just told. Would Onyx have paid attention and remembered what he said?
What would Onyx have remembered what Onyx said?
No, what Crimson said to him. His secret, basically.
Yeah, Onyx would have remembered what Crimson told him.
Basically, that he worked for someone
Yeah.
like the.
Yeah, I remember that. I wasn't paying enough attention to Crimson and Panzer's conversation.
Yeah. So,
But I wasn't part of that conversation, so it's fine anyways.
that also explains a lot about why Crimson's acting the way he is.
Yeah.
Because he knows, at least.
And Crimson ended up killing those people, so that's another reason why he's against killing too, and why he's dedicated his life to becoming a huntsman.
Well, what are your presumptions on Panzer then? I'm curious, Ajita. I'm curious.
Just
I'd like
based
to
off
see
the
what you guys think of
conversation
Iris.
that Panzer and Ajita had, that she came from, a really oppressed area. I mean, she is a faunist, so she's always got that oppression in there, but that maybe she had something very similar to where good and evil, right and wrong was very blurred. And that's where she's coming from when she needs concrete evidence, where Crimson goes, all right, I've seen this type of shit before. I know an extortion ring when I see it. I know an extortion story when I hear it. And that was basically why he goes, yeah, I know this guy's fucking scum. And why he knew that, he just had to take him down. I mean, that's Crimson's mentality, because he's been there, he's done that. He knows a little bit about the criminal world, unfortunately, because he had to live in it by mistake. But I mean, that's just my take, and I guess Crimson would have assumed that, but he's not going to go out and officially say it until Panzer's ready to tell him. That's part of his character.
I'd like to see some of your guys' thoughts about Iris and what some of your assumptions about her is. Because she's been kind of all over the place, in my opinion. Because the different situation we'd be getting into, I think she would deal with them in different ways.
Well, just judging, Crimson's a pretty observative guy, and he's been noticing that she's been looking for something. So that's the only